welcome back to Flour and her progress. I've been a little bit slow on getting some of the videos back out, but so we kick off with this one where I actually get on her from the mounting block out in the yard for the first time, and then end up riding her down to the school, which actually we haven't got the video of, but yeah, we have later. So this is us in the school, and you can see she's very relaxed. I mean, she's stretching more and more every time. You know, she's really, really starting to open herself up. And I really feel that, you know, she really wants to. She's kind of now at a stage where she's kind of really feeling that it just feels so much better for her. And this is the thing, we've given her every opportunity at the very beginning to show her kind of where she needs to be really comfortable, and you know, she takes that all in her stride. She's been really good about it. So we're just having a little kind of nice easy walk round. The trot again, as we go in, you can see it's a bit scratchy. Head's still up in the air. There's a long way to go with her, but you know, it hasn't took very long there. She's already starting to kind of think about coming down again. And for a horse that was really quite keen when we first started with her, just pulling against me. I do apologise. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the picture here. It kind of keeps going a bit blurry and then a little bit brighter. So I do apologise for the video. But you see there, she's really kind of softened and is trotting along quite nicely. As I've said before, tail swishing away, but you know, it doesn't bother me, things like that. And we've come across nicely as we've changed the rein. She stayed relaxed, which is all great. She feels really good today. You know, she feels nice and relaxed underneath me, and it's good that we've changed the rein. I've just given her a little pat and just said, you know, well done. You're doing really well. And that's what it's all about, just encouragement. Head coming up a little bit. But again, she's just getting a little bit strong there. So I'm kind of like, no. And then I drop my hands down, because what happens is, what she's doing is her head comes up and she starts holding against me. And that's her kind of little go-to, where she's like, oh no, I'm just going to go like this, and then I'm going to tank off with you a little bit. And so what I had to do was kind of then release and just go, no, you know, give a little bit of movement in her neck, release her and just allow her to drop. And then I've got a soft horse again. And it is quite a hard thing to do when you've got an anxious horse that's already kind of trying to tank off with you a little bit. And the last thing you want to do is suddenly just go, well, here you go, have the reins, you know, you're not going to bugger off with me, are you? So, you know, there's a lot of trust involved, and it's knowing when to do that and kind of when not to. So it is very much, I kind of got to listen to what she's doing. So look, I mean, that's, you know, not a bad trot at all compared to where we first started from. She's come on loads, and she's opening up the frame more, and she's allowing me to kind of soften a little bit. You see, she just got a little bit keen. I'm like, no, come on, open up and drop away. And then she opens herself up, and she actually comes back a little bit lighter in the hand to me. And this is where we really kind of want to get her at the moment. So you see, I'm increasing the trot a lot here, because my plan is, we've obviously got to step up a little gear and start doing a canter quite soon. And as with them all, I want to run them into the canter. Run, there we go. And head comes up. Straight away, she's kind of got that little bit of defensive of, I'm going. So what I'm doing now is I'm relaxing my hands. I'm making a little bit of movement so we can move the neck around a little bit. I just want to soften her, not pull against her. I kind of want to drop her really, and just kind of go, well, there you go. You know, what are you going to do with it? And she's not quite sure what to do with it. You know, she's tanking a little bit there with me. So I'm sat half seat. There's absolutely no point in me sitting back and sitting on her back, because that's just going to make her seriously uncomfortable. The head's going to come up even more, and she's going to tank. You see there, she's softening, and come back into her trot. Can't really stop the trot very much, but you know, she's allowing me there to kind of just work with her a little bit and say, no, again, I've dropped her. And then she stops. So what she does is she just runs along through me. So we've changed the rein, and the issue I've got now is, because we've cantered on that rein, straight away as soon as I start trotting on this rein, the anxiety levels have gone up. and all she wants to do is tank away with me. In her head, she's like, we're going to canter, we're going to canter, we're going to canter. So it's kind of a little bit of a tricky situation because I've got to read it really. Do I want to canter or can I relax the trot? And where are we going to take it? And as with all the schooling episodes we do, I don't have in my head a clear-cut idea of what we're going to do on the day. It all depends on what the horse is confident with. So for the minute, I just want to try and get the trot to relax because she's gone back like a coiled spring. And I'm finding it really, really hard. I mean, she doesn't look too bad there, but again, she's come straight up back against me. I'm like, no, come on, just relax. You see, I just a little bit of movement there. I'm like, come on, just relax and drop. And as soon as she does that, I kind of just let her go again. But no, she's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And it's really hard because I don't want to finish on that note. I need something. There she goes. She's just had a little stretch and I've been able to just give her a little pat on the neck. And then again, she's come back. She's like, I just can't do it. And this is what I'm getting from her straight away. She's just really struggling here mentally. And it's all because we've had a canter. All because we've had a canter on that other rein, which actually was quite nice. But mentally, she can't deal with now that I've changed the rein and we're trying to trot, because in her head it's like go, 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 go. And you can see how there she is. She's just so hard against my hands. And it is a really hard one because I've got to soften and I've got to just let her go. So basically, I have let her go. There's absolutely no point in me carrying on with this whatsoever. We're not going to get anywhere. I give her a pat. We'll leave it for that day. So we've given her a day off, and this is a day after. She's had a little bit of a rest period just to let her try and chill out a little bit, because she'd obviously got quite anxious after we'd had a canter. And you can see just bringing her back down into the school here now, she's not as relaxed as she has been with me. You'll see just here in the walk, I'm absolutely trying to get her to chill out, giving her a little stretch, giving her a little pat and saying, come on, just, again, drop the head down. And it's very important because when the head's up, they're anxious. So the muscles are tight. They're tight behind the back. So they're actually making themselves feel uncomfortable. As soon as she drops her head down, you can see how relaxed she's gone there for me. So I'm constantly always just trying to get that head in a nice lower position and open up her back so she's not feeling uncomfortable and scrunched up and sore. And as soon as we have, she's settled quite quickly actually, compared to, how on edge she was, just having a little bit more head bobbing there. But again, I just open it up and say, look, come on, just chill out a little bit for me. And she does, she's switching off quite nice. So what I want now is to increase the walk, because as I've said before, with these horses at this stage of retraining, I don't want big jump into transitions. I just want to increase the walk so it kind of just basically falls to the next stage. So we don't make a big deal out of anything. So she's looking quite good there, and trots off, not too bad. Heads come up, but equally I'm just kind of going, no, she's trying to pull against me. There she is. She was just trying, and like soften, give her a little pat and completely ignore what she's doing. Because the more I kind of pull and lean against her, the more she's going to get anxious. So again, head up, I try and relax and drop her back down. Now the trot doesn't look great. It's very short, it's very choppy, and we're not really going anywhere. You can see her tail swishing around. So what I want to try and do is really kind of just get her as relaxed as I possibly can, because we've had such good progress with her, especially in the trot work. She's been great, and it's a shame that one canter seemed to tip her over the edge a little bit. But equally, does she just want to have a canter? Is she going to feel better if I let her have a canter now? And to be fair, she's just pulling again a little bit. You can just see I'm like, no, drop it back down and relax. On some horses, when they would be like this, I'd just go, okay, we're going to have a canter and we're going to get on with it. But with Flour, it's a very, very kind of fine line as to what we do with her. And I want to get this right, because I really, really like this mare. Really like her. See, she's actually relaxed a little bit more since we changed the rein. So the trot is very slowly just opening out a little bit. and I'm just kind of still going, come on, just drop down, just relax. And I'm chatting away to her, a bit like I'm chatting away to you guys. And it really does help. You know, she listens a lot to me. So there, we're just opening it up a little bit more, just sending her on forward and just saying, come on, you can relax, you can move forward. And you'll see I'm still sat quite soft in the saddle. I mean, I say to people, it's like, imagine you're sitting on a pin. So your bum doesn't quite hit the saddle very hard. You just want to softly, softly, softly. I'm still quite hunched in the shoulders. Definitely wouldn't be doing a dressage test, would I much? But I'm just there trying to increase the trot, increase the trot, increase the trot, because I do want to have another canter with her. So I'm just changing the rein with her. And actually she hasn't been too bad there, apart from then the head goes up in the air and she does her giraffe mode. I want to canter left-handed today because we cantered right-handed yesterday or the day before. So we've set all the trot down. She's moving a lot more forward. She's a lot more willing and she's a lot more relaxed. There's still that little bit of tension, but I'm kind of at the point now where I think actually you don't feel too bad. We're going to go for it and we're going to see how this canter goes today. So I'm building it up, building it up, building it up. And there she goes. And she's like, oh, I just can't. Now, she does find it a lot harder on this rein. So wasn't too happy about it. She was like, I can't do it. So I've allowed her just to have a little trot moment and then we build it up again. So what I'm doing here now is, it's really, really tricky. I'm trying to hold her together a little bit so she's not buggering off with me. Keep her soft, keep her relaxed, help with her balance. I've got to balance myself, I've got to balance her. I've kind of got to encourage her to drop her head and open up over the back so she feels a little bit less uncomfortable. She's falling in the whole time, so I kind of want to try and just straighten her a little bit. But equally at this stage, you know, I just want her to go forward in a much relaxed manner as she can. Don't want to work in corners. It doesn't matter if she's slightly off. We just kind of need her to go, actually, this isn't too bad. So you'll see I'm very kind of sat very, very delicately in the saddle there, just trying to hold her together, keeping my hands nice and low, allowing her to kind of find her own balance in a way. So my hands are just there as a guidance, trying to just kind of say, it's fine, I'm here and I've got you. My bum does not need to be in the saddle. She's not going to cope with that whatsoever. But you see there, little stretch. That was really good. She had a little stretch and she's trotted now, stretched out. Probably the best trot I've had. Look, she's happy, really happy. She's done well. Chuffed. Absolutely. My heart was in my mouth. Didn't know what she was going to do. Really, really pleased with her. So this is the day after, and yeah, look, straight past the dingers. Really pleased. I mean, she hasn't batted an eyelid there. We thought it'd be quite a good test for her. So I don't usually ride the day after, but I just kind of felt that she needed it. While everything was just still a little bit fresh in her memory this time, I kind of just wanted to crack on. You'll see what a difference in the walk already. You know, into trot, and she's just dropping her head straight away a little bit better, so much better than the day before. You know, she doesn't look as choppy there. She's actually trotting along really nicely. The head's come down into a very nice position and she feels soft and relaxed, which is not what I had the day before. So as I'm trotting her along, she just feels like she just wants to keep stretching a little bit more and a little bit more. So I'm kind of going with her. Every time she kind of takes a little bit more, I'll give it her, because I want her to feel, so look at that. I mean, that's just lovely. I mean, she's really, really taking me along there and carrying herself beautifully. At the moment, I'm very much her little passenger and just leaving her to get on with it because she's in a happy place. And this is the way she wants to move. So I am going to completely go with it and let her. I'm not going to interfere with her at all. As long as she doesn't start tanking with me or throwing the head up in the air, I will just sit there, trot along with her, keep my hands nice and secure, and just allow her to do and be whatever she needs to be out in this school today. And little pat on the neck. I'm so pleased. I mean, so different. as I say from the day before, she just gets better and better and better, this mare, every time. She has to have a little bit of time to process it. She has to have a little bit of time to figure it out. There we go. I've just increased the trot and the canter head up in the air, but she's gone down. There we go. And look how soft, I mean, I've even took my hands off the reins. Look how soft she is with that. And, you know, she's dropping her head down so much more. She's like, come on, I've got this. I mean, I honestly cannot completely explain how pleased I am with how much she's, I mean, even the trot there, she came back down to trot on her own. She didn't throw her head in the air. She didn't try and bugger off with me. And again, walk. She's just stopped. She stretched out and she said, I've really enjoyed that. So we want to trot, we want to have a canter on the other rein. So I've just allowed her to have a stretch because she needs it. You could feel that as soon as I came back down to walk then with her, she stretched out. And it's such a lovely feeling because what she's doing is she's actually telling me that, you know, she just kind of wants to open herself up and she's in such a relaxed, happy place there. I mean, it's just beautiful. She's just so sweet about it all. She's, you know, she's not the easiest horse to be retraining, but she's so rewarding. But she is going to be a very easy horse in the end for the right person. She really is. Just need to find somebody that really enjoys a nice project mare. So again, you'll see how much better is that trot from, I've just given her a pat up the neck. She's not tanking. She's not throwing her head up in the air. She's trying to find her own balance. She finds this a little bit tricky on this rein, so we know that. I'm not putting any pressure on her. Now the hard bit here for me is I need to increase the trot enough so we don't have a big jump into the canter, but not too much that I upset her. So what we're doing is just allowing her to kind of drop the head a little bit lower, open up the neck a little bit more. And it's kind of one of those moments when I'm like, this could so easily go wrong, but it could so easily go right. And thankfully, it's gone right. Look at my face. I mean, I'm so happy. She's so much straighter than she was yesterday. She's so much more relaxed. It takes a little bit more holding together, but just from that one, what a difference. What an absolute difference in a lovely mare. And you can see I kind of got a very nice, steady rocking course canter there. And again, she just heads come up a little bit and she's kind of running away with me a tiny bit, not anything like it was yesterday. And I'm just trying to steady her down, throw the reins completely at her, let her have a stretch. Wow. And then we get this. She actually comes and she even says hello to the digger. So trusting. I mean, yeah. I mean, the follow-on videos to these as well. She seriously just gets better and better and better.